Hey y'all, just you need to be brushed. You need to be brushed. Daddy's gotta brush you. You stay. You stay. Now you stay. You stay. You're a good girl. Now you stay. Don't you move. Daddy gives you whatever you want, so I just you to move. But I love you. Please stay. I like it when you sit here. You know Daddy loves you. I'm not getting the brush now. I love you. Stay. Stay. Hey. Stay. Okay. You stay. See? What's up, y'all? Jen's calling me. It's okay. Love you. So Jen's calling, but I'm streaming. Love you. Good kitty. Yeah, you're so good. See? You're good. Why? I know. Hey, what do you want Daddy to do? Mm-hmm. I love you. Hold on, you stay. Hold up, guys. Hold on. We will play with toys later. Okay? We'll play with toys later. Okay? So I got toys out for Dory. I know, you're such a good girl. I love you. I'm debating if I should get another cat for Dory. But I don't know. You want to play with another kitty? I don't know. Sometimes cats just like to be alone. She sleeps a lot. She plays. I think she's happy. What? Come here. Come on. Come on. Hold on for a second. Come on. You know I got you. Come on. Come on, Dory. It's okay. Come on, baby. So Jen, me and Jen, we're trying to work through stuff, but so we've been just, I don't know, arguing about dumb stuff, and it gets, yeah. I don't know. Like I'm not that great when it comes to relationships, so I try to, you know, sometimes some of the things that I may not just know about, like relationship 101 stuff, it causes friction and in our relationship, and so she helps with that, and sometimes it can lead to frustration. And then you got the normal relationship stuff that we deal with, and then you have obviously my mental health issues, and I think sometimes she may not there have been times where she believes that like I don't have issues, or like I just use those issues as an excuse. And yeah, that's kind of like, I don't know, I've been trying to tell her that I don't do that. But when someone is set on the fact that they believe you're using, you're doing something for an excuse, and you're not, you don't truly feel that way. She's really hell bent on that, and so I don't know. We've known each other for a long time, so I kind of want to work it out, but I don't know. Oh. I wasn't connected to the Wi-Fi. Duh. So, don't look too bad. I don't know. All right, so. All right, guys. Well, I'm trying to. Oh, I didn't tell you. You haven't heard, bro, have you? Oh. Well, strap in, homie. Strap in, my brother. How do I want to explain it? Come on, baby. All right. All right. So, I think that was on Monday. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was on Monday. So, it's weird because when I tell you what happened in these last few days. So, let me tell you what happened. I told you Walmart called me, they fired me. Okay. Fast forward later on, Monday night, applying for different jobs. I went actually for the first time in a long time. I went on the UAA website and I applied for a tennis job. I applied for a warehouse job, another warehouse. I get a call Tuesday saying, was it Tuesday? Yeah, I get a call Tuesday basically saying, hey, this is Paul from UF Tennis. Would you like to, you have a few minutes? We talked, and then he asked me to come in for an interview. And this is something that this is like my field. This is what I went to school for, and I'm shocked. Just utterly shocked, in disbelief. So Wednesday comes around, go to the interview. It's going great. And it really starts to hit me that this is something I could get for my field. Like, I'm like really excited. Like, I can't tell you, like, I'm just overly excited. He's like, hey, I'll give you a call before the end of the day. So I go home, and I get I get dressed, then I go for a walk around UF. And I'm going, and I'm walking, and I get another phone call. Hey, this is Dennis from GNC Foods. Another warehouse, right? That brand new warehouse, only been open not even a year. And he says, do you have a few minutes to talk? Now check this out. So I said, yeah. So he says, I see you got a lot of experience. See you spent about 8.5 years at Dollar General. What happened there? And before I could come up with something, this literally, in like 3 seconds, this is everything I thought. I thought about coming up with something, but I couldn't. And I told myself if I stall too long, it's going to look suspicious. So I said, I got terminated for being on my phone. Now, as soon as I said that, I told myself, well, this conversation, I didn't tell him, but I told myself, I said, this conversation's not going to last very long because, I mean, I just didn't think anything good would come out of it. So, and then he said, was it a one-time thing? I said, yes. And he actually asked me a couple more questions, not about that, just about the job or whatever. And I'd say, I just want to let you know, man, it's not who I am. It's not a reflection of who I am. And I really told him the way I said these things, kind of just backing myself up and just saying that, hey, man, it's not, I still have a good reputation, da-da-da-da. I said that right. And he said, oh, no, if it would have bothered me, I would have ended the conversation a long time ago. I was like, all right. So I was probably talking to him for a half hour. I'm walking around UF, got my my earbuds in, and not listening to music, talking to him. But we're just talking about the job. It's a refrigerated warehouse. I'm like, okay. And remember, this is Wednesday. I had my golf interview earlier that day. So he says, hey, would you like to come in for an interview tomorrow? I said, well, I ain't got no job. Fuck, might as well. Obviously, I didn't say that, but I said, yeah, that'll be fine. 10:30. So I set it up for 10:30. Now, mind you, all day Wednesday when I got home, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I'm waiting for the UF golf course to call. That's all. It really hit me that this is basically like a dream job. Because I graduated with a degree in sports management in 2011. I did a bunch of unpaid internships for like 4 years, but from 2015 to now, I've been always working in a warehouse, and I've been tired, and I haven't been able to really, because UF is all there is here. It's not like a big city where there's all these professional and college sports teams, so, I don't have a lot of choices here. And for so long, I just kind of forgot. I gave up the dream to work in sports. I just said, the only way I'm going to work in sports is if I just don't re-sign my lease and pack up and move somewhere else. That's the only way. I wasn't totally like, well, I'll say like I liked the job at Dollar General or at Walmart or even warehouse period because they paid good, so I just kind of learned to deal with that. Jen's calling, so hold on. So I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, nothing. Hold on. So why does it? All right, so I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do nothing. I just didn't want to do anything. I couldn't relax. I couldn't do anything. All I wanted to do was figure out, did I have a job yet? Did I have a job? So that's Wednesday. Thursday comes around. I go to my interview at the warehouse. It goes pretty good. I talk to one guy, talk to another guy. I do a physical fitness test. I'm in like slats in my interview attire. something small just to see if I can lift cases. There was no problem there. And talked to another guy, then another guy, and I was there for like 2 hours. And they're like, okay, well, we'll let you know at the end of the day Friday. I was like, okay. So I get on the highway. I'm heading out. I talked to Jen. And then I'm talking to Jen, and I'm like, you know what, Jen, I'm gonna text this guy, because he texted me the location of where the interview was for the golf course. So I had his phone number, and so he texted me like an address prior to our interview. So I thought, well, wouldn't hurt to text him, because they had a big golf tournament. They have a big golf tournament this weekend in Gainesville. So he probably got caught up, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna text him. I said, hey, Paul, this is Tony. That's what I said in the text. Hey, Paul, this is Tony. I was wondering if you decided if I could join the team. Something like that. And I called Jen back. 10 minutes later, I get a phone call from him. He's like, hey, man, what's up? He says, hey, Tony, sorry, man, we're all caught up. We're all busy with this golf tournament. Got a lot of things going on. And he says, yeah, we would like to offer you the position. And my heart, my mind, everything in my life exploded at that moment. This is my dream job, bro. I went from getting fired at 2 jobs to getting a job at the University of Florida in the athletic department. That's wicked stuff, man. God has a plan. So I'm like, he's all telling me, he's like, yeah, HR is going to reach out. We'll get you started next week. And I'm just crazy, feeling good. So I called Jen. I'm yelling and screaming. I'm like, oh my God, Jen, I got it. Tried calling my dad. And all Thursday, I felt amazing. Total cloud 9 shit. Yeah, right? Like, this isn't a job anybody can get. I mean, it's not like the best pay, but this is working for the golf course at the University of Florida. I mean, you gotta, you don't have to have a degree, but you're almost, unless you have a lot of experience or a degree, you're not going to get the job. I mean, So, yeah. Ain't it wicked? So if anybody's feeling down, just know that in the span of from December 27th to February 11th, I got fired from 2 jobs, and I was able to actually get a job outside of warehouse and get into a field that I haven't touched, that I haven't ever had a full-time job in, and a field that I haven't even done anything in over 10 years. Bro, I start at the UF golf course next week. And get this, my buddy Ray from Dollar General, who works at GNC, he's the one who initially posted about these jobs. They got a couple openings. He texted me, he messaged me, he said, hey man, my boss is going to call you. And he messaged me that around this yesterday at like 12 or something. So yesterday at like 8, I messaged him on Facebook. I said, hey bro, boss never called me. Do you know what the decision is or whatever? He's hourly, so he probably doesn't know. But he said, oh, he's going to call you after the weekend, but you probably got the job. Sounds like you got the job. So, if you know anybody who's going through some shit, tell them my story. Because it's kind of hard to believe. It's hard to believe one thing, even if I got a job at the warehouse, another warehouse. It's like, hold up, you got fired from one warehouse, you started another warehouse, and got fired before you even got one paycheck, and then you started another warehouse. Okay, that's still pretty unbelievable, because it's like, but you lost 2 jobs at a warehouse, and then your third job, you went totally left field and went with something you have a degree in, but no experience in over 10 years. Now, it's $18 an hour, but full benefits, but I'm no longer going to break my hands. I no longer have to work for 12 hours. I no longer have to worry about dust and shit in my ears and my hair. I no longer have to worry about poor health choices. I no longer have to worry about being stressed at work. It's low key. Like, it's chill. It's basically maintaining the golf course. 40-hour week. Oh, and I get all the overtime I want too. Right? Crazy, man. It's hard to believe. Yeah. It's just like, you know, I'm not, people always say God has a plan and one door opens and another closes. I'll say this. Yeah, that's another thing. 7 to 3:30, 6 to 3:30. Monday through Friday. No. So I think it's 6 to 3:30 Monday through Thursday and then 8 to 12 on Friday. Every other weekend I'm required to work 4 hours Saturday, 4 hours Sunday. So basically every other weekend mandatory overtime. On the weekends I work, because the pay period is Saturday through Friday. Say I work the Saturday and Sunday on a required weekend I have to work. I can take a flex day the next week. So say I work Saturday, Sunday, I can offer to take, hey, say I want Friday off or Wednesday off. And so I'd work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Like, say I don't want overtime and I want like a day off. I don't want to work all the days. But knowing where I came from, fuck, dude, I could work probably a month straight without a day off doing that job. That's like the equivalent to working, 5 days at the warehouse and 2 days off and 5 days again and 12-hour shifts and, not even that, just constantly, like, this, not only is it in my field of what I went to school for, sports management, marketing, tickets, not exactly my field, but pretty close. But not only is that, but it's not lifting 50-pound, 40, 30-pound cases, man. Yeah. Easy. I felt like I told him, he was telling me on the phone, he's like, yeah, HR, they're kind of slow to get in touch with you, and I was like, yeah, I know, it's cool. He's like, yeah, we'll get you started next week. Everything's done over the online. They do all the hiring process over email. And I said, oh, okay. But he ended the conversation. He's like, yeah, I don't care what you do outside of work, but when you're here, just give me all you got. And I thought to myself, he has no fucking idea. I wanted to say it's not even like a job to me because I didn't, but then I told myself he'd probably take that the wrong way. But you know what I'm saying? It's like the expectations there. I mean, I'm going to absolutely smoke them. You know what I'm saying? I remember when he was describing to me the job and I told him about what I did at the warehouse. He said, no, it's nothing like that. He's like, you might lift a bag that's 40 pounds once a week or something, or something like that. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God. Even if I was lifting something every day, even if I was lifting something every hour, just not being on production is a godsend. But the fact that he had to say that, it just is literally like the opposite of what I was doing. Yes, they have really, really good benefits. Life insurance, you accrue vacation time and sick time immediately. So like every 2 weeks, I think they get paid every other week, but every 2 weeks you incur like sick time and vacation time. He told me he's been there for 11 years and he has enough time to take over 3 months off paid if he wanted to. I don't think he can because of what he does, but he, like, at the same time, but he takes, he can take time off. So yeah, he says they have really good benefits. Yeah, they have stock, and you get it, I think after 30 days or something. 60 days, yeah. Here, let me turn it off silent.
You know, when I worked at Dollar General, I would mention to people, not all the time, but I'd say to people what I went to school for, and I don't think people believe me. Like I just don't think people believe me because we would be talking and and I don't care if they believe me or not, but this will hopefully put an end to that. And I say that because because people would always follow. We'd be talking and I'd say, hey, yeah, I went to school for this, I'm trying to get in sports, but I ended up getting in warehouse, But when people hear that, they say, well, why are you working here? And it's always people who've never went to college. But there's nothing wrong with not going to college. There's nothing wrong with going to college. But college doesn't work where you just go to school, get a degree, and you automatically get a job that you want or that pays a lot, that's along the lines of what you want to do. It's not how it works, bro. Yes, if you become a lawyer, you can get into law, but you don't even start making 60 grand off rip. I mean, that's a kind of a weird startup. I mean, a doctor, you got to go to college for 12 years before you even start to think about making any money. But the point I'm trying to make is people seem dumbfounded when I tell them I went to school and got a bachelor's degree from an actual accredited university, and they wonder why I'm there. Well, I'm there because my girlfriend can't leave the state. She has a kid, and it was either leave or stay here. And then along those lines, people will say, well, why don't you get a job at UF? You think I can just go to UF and say I want a job because I have a sports management degree? They have their own sports management program. So they already have a bunch of kids who are already plugged into the university. Even if they didn't, it's such a niche degree. It's so competitive. I mean, it is work, but when you think about it, almost every job in sports is not work to most people. It's fucking a dream job. To me, this is a dream job. But can you imagine some people making 35, 36, 38 bucks an hour? I mean, yes, it's stressful, but what job isn't? But come on. When we say work, let's put some context on it. The only level of work that's there is, yes, stress and, we're not talking about physical labor. We're not talking about crazy mathematical problems you have to solve every day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or like what you saying. Yeah, like some jobs they'll hire you with a diploma, but if you have a degree, regardless of what it is, just having a degree, you might start off $3 or more an hour or something. Like there's a guy I did my internship with at the University of Miami. He was not my direct boss, but he was my boss's, I think, boss or unilateral boss or whatever, but he went to school. He was like an assistant athletic director, but he started out as a principal at an elementary school. I mean, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, obviously, when you talk about, like, the professional jobs, like law, you need a law degree to practice law. Well, actually, I don't think you need a law degree, but you need to pass the bar. And to pass the bar, you got to study law. You need to have a, I don't know if you need a degree in dentistry to practice dentistry, but you got to pass a bunch of exams that you would learn in that program. So I'm guessing you almost need a degree in that. But in some of the other fields, like agricultural sciences and all these other fields where it's like you're not a high you're sports, you got, anything, natural sciences, whatever. You don't necessarily need a degree in those fields to work in those fields. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, you can get a political science degree, and you can You can trade stocks if you want. You know what I'm saying? You can, or, like a history teacher. You can become a history teacher, and you could have a master's in physics. I mean, it sounds kind of weird, but at the end of the day, it's like, or a better example is you could have a degree in an English degree. You could have a job as an IT specialist. I met a few people who they didn't go to college, but on the side they learned how to code. C++ and doing all that stuff. Actually, people on Discord. But hold on for a second, bro. So right now, 1 second, bro. My bro, you're gonna hate me. I don't want you to get mad at me, but I forgot your wife's name. I know that sounds silly, but because I haven't seen her in so long, and me and you talk, and we don't really talk about her, it's drawn a blank. And instead of trying to remember, I just thought I'd ask you and you tell me, just so I ain't gotta waste time. And I don't want you to think I don't, I love you like a friend, brother, or like a fan. I love both you and her because you guys are so nice to me and you guys are awesome. And so instead of sitting here like an idiot and trying to play games and trying to figure out her name, that's right, Cecile. Now, this question is justified. I forgot your name, and I think you told me once, but you won't, because we talk, we never say, hey, so-and-so. And I really hate saying, hey, Sandhill. And I hope you trust me enough to know your name. I'm not going to Google it or whatever. I am going to use the Bravo search engine, though, and find out where you live and have a bunch of pizzas delivered. That's all. All right, cool. Hungry Howies. HungryHowies.com. 3 large. Just kidding. I think you probably only told me your name once. What's up, Cap? Real quick, Cap. I told you the story of everything that happened, right? How I got the job in sports. Did I tell you about that yesterday, Cap? And I also want you to meet Sean. Oh, Tony. Real name is Anthony Joseph Powers. Well, I think you guys probably don't know because both of you guys. First of all, I want to introduce you guys. Cap, what's your real name, bro? While we're on that, I call you Cap, but you can tell me your real name, man. I already, if you got any warrants or anything out, I'm not gonna get you, man. I'm not gonna search any list or database for you. Kenny, that's right. Kenny, meet Sean. Sean, meet Kenny. So before I go any further, 2 things. First of all, my real name's Anthony Joseph. No, 3 things. You guys are probably the newest members of the community. So I just want to make this clear. You guys probably already know this, but I'm going to make it clear anyways. There's no boundaries or filters you need here. I am an open book. Short of listing off my social security number and giving you all my credit card info, literally nothing is offensive to me. Nothing. There's nothing you can say that's offensive. Absolutely nothing. Even if you hated me and you came in and called me a piece of shit and say I cry and whine all the time. Any point is, nothing is offensive to me. On that note, I also want to say that it's an open book here. If I ask you a question or there's something you don't want to share, message me or tell me on the stream. And, I know there's people who've been in my community for 4 years. They still won't tell me their full name. It's fine. I'm not mad about that. And they don't want to tell, they don't even want to say, like, even whereabouts they live, like, even the state. I think there's somebody in the community that all I know is he lives in Europe. That's all I know. He just doesn't want to share anything. Doesn't tell me how many kids he had. So I say that because I just want you guys to know that open book here. If ever I say anything cross the line, let me know. And I'll probably ban you, but it will be good to let me know. I'm just kidding about the ban. It's supposed to be funny. Okay, but 2. On that note, real name, Anthony Joseph Powers. This is going to sound silly, but I'm going to say this. That's my real name. My nickname's Tony. Or that's what I'm called, Tony. You can call me Anthony if you want. For Tony. You call me TJ the DJ. That's what my grandma used to call me. Rest in peace, Grandma. But you can call me TP. You can call me whatever you want to call me. You call me fuckface. You call me, whatever you want to call me, you can call me. But I have 2 stepbrothers, and I have a girlfriend. Well, kind of, I think I do. Who's been blowing up my phone, and I'm going to answer the phone next time she calls. I'll put 500 down, Alex, on... Hold on. One second. I'll respond when I can. So, we're arguing about dumb stuff, and mainly we're arguing about... Well, hold on. Let me back up. I told you about the community. Told you my name. I know your guys' names. I told you about being offensive and everything. I want to clear that, if there's anything that you guys don't ever want me to mention, either if you're okay, let me know in the chat or let me know in a message, preferably on Facebook or Discord. I don't chat messages here, so please, if there's anything that I will remember. If there's something in your life you just don't like to be mentioned, certain questions, if there's something that you don't like talk about, history, past, future, family, certain video games, certain songs, please tell me. But you guys seem pretty cool that, that you guys wouldn't get mad even if I did say something that was probably not the... You guys seem kind of like me. Nothing really bothers you or offends you guys. But I just want to make that clear. I want to tell you guys that, well, you guys already know I love you guys, but, Cap, I told you, did I tell you the whole story yesterday? About the UF job, golf course? Did I finish that or no? If I didn't, okay, yeah. So I was just telling, real quick, I met Sean. I made a post on Reddit, I think. I think I made a post or he made a post. I think I made a post on Reddit. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sean. Made a post on Reddit on the Gainesville, Florida community. It was something about a job, or he posted about a job, or someone else did, but I met him through a Reddit post. And it was regarding my job at Dollar General, and he mentioned that his wife was looking for a job or applied, I replied, then he replied, and me, I was an idiot. I didn't reply because I honestly forgot. But she ended up getting the job, and she worked second shift, so I worked weekends. So I would see her on the weekend. During the week. Now, mind you, I think she was working there for a few weeks, and I came in one day on my overtime Monday night, and I explained, the delay. So, like, when you, The delay, the audio, the video delay. 1 second. I want to see something. Okay. I'm trying to move my chat box to the left. I don't know how to do that. Oh, 1 second, y'all. So right now, I'll show you guys real quick what I'm doing. So type something real quick. Look to the right. Well, I'm going to try to fix that while I do this. Okay. Oh, what the? Oh, okay. So you see how the text shows up on the left? Do you guys see that? You see how it shows up on the left? Now look how it shows up. Now that's for if I do display capture. Now look what it's for game capture. It shows up. Oh no, my bad. Just chatting, it shows up on the right. Now usually there's a box that lets me move it, but I can't find the box. See, like now what? Now look here, I'm just chatting. So like, watch when I unlock my camera. Okay, wait, hold up. Is it good now? Are you lying to me, or is it? What about you, Tap? Are you experiencing any issues? Real quick, I'm trying to get. Give me a second. I'm trying to move this over to the left. Oh, that was cool. What the hell is that? I didn't know you could do that. Okay. Oh, that's why I had preview locked. There we go. All right, cool. Hell yeah. Sweet. All right. Where were we? All right. You guys are awesome, dude. Shout out to Cap and Sean for hanging out, man. But yeah, If you want to, you can still refer to my DJ name, but you can be like, Tony. What would be funny is you should tell her that, yeah, I talked to Tony today. And she'll be like, who the fuck is Tony? And you'd be like, oh, DJ X? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Be like, Tony forgot your name. Hold up. What contest are we talking about now? I forgot your name. Yeah, I tend to forget women's names, right? Ain't that right, Sean and Cap? I tend to forget women's names, man. I only remember their name if they order me a Big Mac with extra salt. ×3. No. All right. So, but I'm just messing, man. All right. So, shout out to Sean. Shout out to Cap. Tell her I said what's up. I love you guys. I just want you to know what it means to me to have you guys here to explain that. Because, again, I'm not going to be here all night saying it. I just want you guys to know that I got a job that I've been wanting for a very long time. Because now all I need is get a year or two doing this. Then I can go into college athletics. Dude, if it doesn't work out with my girlfriend, I can move the door. Every collegiate sports team has an athletic department. Every single one. Division 3, 2, 1. And we all know pro sports teams, they're a little different. They don't have exactly the same departments, but they have a lot of the same similar roles. As soon as I get a couple years doing this, I got my foot in, bro, I can do anywhere. I am not thinking about that right now, but that is in the back of my mind. I can move. I can, get a job. Professional teams. Now I have not only do I have experience working in a field where, a warehouse field where, it shows that you're a hard worker, I think. When you work at a warehouse, it shows you're a hard worker, but on top of that, I have my degree, but then I'll have relevant experience in sports. So I'll literally check all the boxes to be able to move ahead. And that, my friends, is what I want to do. And on the side, I want to stream. I will always stream, and I want to make a little money doing it. Try to. Not going to force it. None of that stuff. You guys are my friends. I don't want you guys subbing to me. I'm not trying to do that. That's not what I care about. But that, and then the YouTube thing, I don't think you guys know this, but I did get a MacBook Pro like 8 months ago. And because of my anxiety and my depression, I haven't exactly started to do that, but it's something that I'm trying to do on top of my job. So you got my work, I got my job that I love. Well, I haven't started yet, but that I haven't been this excited for like this in my life in a long time, much less my job. This is the first job that I've truly, maybe my very first job I ever had in my life when I was 15, but this is the first time I actually have a job that I want to do. And I also, yeah, we're gonna game. We're gonna game too, bro. I just wanted to share that. Yeah, totally gonna game. Yeah, no, we're not gonna be talking all night. It's like Cap's like, Tony, shut the fuck up and load something up, man. I know that's what you're thinking. He's like, man, this motherfucker needs to just shut the fuck up and start gaming. He needs to shut the fuck up and load up Insurgency so I can blow his head off. It's fuck. It's like nobody cares about you making the golf course look nice. Well, some people do. Right? I'm fucking around, bro. I know, man. Dude, bro, I hope you didn't take any of that seriously, man. I mean, I know you're thinking that, but I'm joking, man. Messing around. But yeah, shout out to Oh, all right. And give a shout out to my girlfriend because she's being weird. But yeah, real quick, before we fire up a game, I just want to let you guys know, you know, we all know I have problems. I've known Jen for 10 years. She likes me. You know, we've struggled through things and been through a lot, and she knows all about my problems, and she always says she's here for my problems and here for me to get better. But I think there's that little, the issues we have is the difference between your mind telling you one thing and your heart telling you another. And so I think deep down her heart tells her that, hey, she loves me, she, all this stuff to be together. But I think her mind is telling her, hey, I'm not your normal person. And sometimes she just wants to kind of move aside or move forward without me. Or she says that, but then her heart's saying something different. So I just want to share that with you guys. So if you see me stressed out, or if, things are not going good 99.9% of the time, it's about that. Or if it's like a mistake I made and I'm stressed out. But, and last thing before I go wash my face and we'll boot up a game. When I, what was I gonna say? Shit. It was important too. God, I'm gonna have to think it over. Ugh. Well, I'll just leave it with this. My hours are probably, I want to get started first before I start talking about my hours. Well, no, I'll do. It's gonna be first shift Monday through Friday, and then I have a short 6 to 3:30 Monday through Thursday, Friday 8 to 12, every other weekend Saturday Sunday 8 to 12. So, easy shift, easy hours. Oh, did I mention too? Not only is it something I really want to do in my dream job, and it's not nothing compared to working at the warehouse. It's not even a mile and a half from my home. I mean, shit, it don't get any better than that. Now, I don't have a bike right now, but even just driving won't take me more than tops 10 minutes. So I just want to point that out. And then because of the job, I can actually get off work at like 3:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30. Not to mention on Fridays, the shift ends at, I think, at noon. Sorry. Yeah, that's another thing. Sorry, I was just... All right. I'm going to toss some water in my face, and me, Sean, and Kenny are going to hang out and game a little bit. So I'm going to go toss some water in my face, kind of freshen up a little bit. Be my first time gaming with some people in a long time. I've been basically playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and Cyberpunk, going back and forth for the last month and a half. But I want to, I'm hanging out with you guys. Want to either play something I'm familiar with or something brand new. But I'm going to pull up my library. You guys help me figure it out. And remember, we're playing, but also talking and hanging out with you guys, because I want you guys to know that it really does mean a lot that you guys are here and not two random people that just want to be here just because. I'd rather have you guys that actually enjoy being here. The fuck was that? I actually would like to have you guys be here who actually enjoy being here, as opposed to, people who don't give a fuck about being here. But, man, it's, and again, I'm not trying to dog the warehouse, man, but when you working from 5 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm only 20 miles away, 20 minutes, 18 minutes, 17 minutes away from my job one way. My old job. But, you wake up at 3:20, even if you don't shower, because I shower at night, but put water on your face. You're tired. You're cold. You're doing these things to try to wake up. But it's weird because you're doing all this stuff, and you know that BY it's a good company to work for. Dollar General is not totally a bad company, but you're doing all this stuff to get ready for work, and instead of going to a job where you're going to be working, you're going to a job where you're basically going to be feeling, I don't want to say like shit, but you're going to be sweating and lifting cases, and it's almost like you're waking up to prep to do a 10-hour workout. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just glad to be able to be at a job where I can get off and actually have some energy to actually go to the store. And I could do that when I worked at the warehouse, but like come home at 3:30, 4 o'clock, but actually do something that requires a level of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the best. That's the most thing I'm looking forward to. Because when I worked at the warehouse, I had to totally cross out Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It doesn't matter if we left 2 hours early. The fact that that was my work days, I just don't have no energy to do anything important afterwards. So then when I would do my overtime, you get why I was stressed out, because when I would do my overtime, it's like, okay, well, now Monday's blocked out, Tuesday. So I was making the money, but everything else about my life was terrible. Everything. I've told that to many people. And I'm not, no. Don't get me wrong. Money, it can be nice, but everything else about my life is just not good. Stop it. And no, I didn't. If she remembers the username, let me know. She's got to be joking. I did not, though. I haven't played in a long time. All right, Cap, you there? Cap, you there? I'm going to throw some water in my face and we're going to play. So think of what you want to play. Or Sean, think of something that you think you would want us to play. Because it's up to you guys. Because I'm going to enjoy everything, man. Anything. I love having you guys here, and plus, when you guys help me decide, it forces me to do something different than the same old, same old. So, just think it over. Give a suggestion when I come back. I'm excited, dude. Like, I'm really excited. It may not seem like it, but I'm just like, I'm also dealing with some, obviously relationship stuff, and trying to just figure out some other things family-wise, and so while I'm like crazy excited and feeling like on the top of the world, it's like I'm dealing with some, I don't want to say serious life stuff, but just trying to, even before getting this job, I still struggled with like just relaxing and not worrying, and so I'm still obviously working on that. Getting this job that I really love and couldn't be more excited for anything else in my life. Certainly professionally ever. I also know that this isn't going to solve all my problems. We all know that. So, I just want to let you guys know I'm happy, feeling good. I'm still trying to work through but the issues I've had before this. But this is the step in the right direction. And one thing before I go to the bathroom real quick. The other thing I'm really excited for is to be able to just, Dollar General used to say, yeah, we got the best benefits. We got the best benefits. And the thing is, yeah, you guys got some really good benefits, but at the cost of a third of my paycheck. So, I'm not trying to be funny there, but that's kind of what it was. Well, that is what it was. You know, they do have some good benefits, but I had to pay for that. And what's crazy is a lot of the health concerns. Nothing was serious, but a lot of the minor health concerns that I went to the doctor for was stuff that was caused by the warehouse. Just stuff you can't avoid. And I'm just excited to would I ever go back? I would, if there was a situation where I had to. Yeah, I'm not totally against it, but I'm just glad at what opportunity I have right now. But all right, here we go. All right. Time to game. That's crazy, bro. Now, Sean, I'm in agreement with you, but I know Cap likes to play. He wanted to play some multiplayer, so I'm gonna run some stuff with him. But I agree on the Red Dead because I've been going back and forth from that and Cyberpunk, and I tell you, man, I like Red Dead, but Red Dead is the first game that I've played in a long time. Usually when I play those games, I play the missions, I do the side quest. I normally don't play a game where I just kind of roam around and do random stuff. Red Dead is the first game where I've actually enjoyed doing that. Just going around and like robbing people and then having bounties. Like having bounty hunters and sheriff and all these people on horses shooting at me. It's just like, it's very addicting. And then equipping like a double barrel shotgun. And then when you go into Red Dead focus mode, or I forgot what they call it, but slow mode, and you target their face and you shoot it with the shotgun. I mean, as graphic as you can think that would be, is graphic. And it's crazy. But yeah. No, you're exactly right. Deadeye, that's it. No, no, you're right. And that, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do exactly. Phone on mute. We'll deal with it later. I appreciate that. All right. So, what are we thinking? Because I know Cap, we want to play. I haven't played a multiplayer game in a while, so I really need to play something. I mean, I did play Division 2, but what did we? I mean, we played what? Battlefield. Sorry, you guys know my anxiety sometimes gets to me. OCD. But Cap, the last few games we played, or the last, other than Division 2, I can't remember the last multiplayer game I played. I think it was probably Battlefield, and I think I only played a couple matches of that. It's been a long time since I played anything with another person, or not with another person, but something that was an actual multiplayer game that wasn't co-op. But I'm guessing, Cap, you want to play, unless, Cap, you're doing your own thing, and then I'll play something else. I'll play whatever I want to play. Because Kenny, you can, if you want to do your own thing, that's totally fine too, bro. Because then I can jump into something that. What are you playing right now? Or like in terms of like overall, like the last few weeks, what games have you been playing? Like, is there a few games that you've been playing more of, or is there like a game that maybe you haven't played at all lately that you've been wanting to start, or? Oh, Ready or Not? Yeah, see, because what other game, they have a game that's very similar to Ready or Not that came out around the same time. What's the name of that game? It's very similar to it, and I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's got that, I know it's not body cam, but it's like that body cam-esque SWAT feel. I think that's the one, but I know that one last time I checked, that one didn't have a lot of good reviews, but it was Ready or Not, or I thought I maybe bought it. Maybe it is Ground Branch. I thought there was another one that was very similar to Ready or Not. And it released around the same time, and very similar. But you're probably right. It probably is Ground Branch. I thought there was another one out there. Because I know Ground Branch, because I remember when it came out, a lot of people, well, I say a lot of people, but I remember the few people that were speaking about it didn't really have anything good to say, so. But they probably added patches and different things and updated it. See, I haven't been sleeping well the last 2 nights, and I can only attribute it to I'm just so excited that I can't sleep well. But, yeah, sorry. So, like, I haven't been sleeping well because I'm excited, and I don't think I've ever experienced that in my life. I mean, I won't even mind picking that up. Let me tell you something about No Man's Sky that I've learned over the last few months. No Man's Sky is one of the few games that when it came out, I guess it had like none of the features that it was promised, that were promised to gamers. Nothing. And then it's the one game. If you talk about a game, obviously Cyberpunk is up there too. But if you talk about a game that through updates literally has become better than what it initially was going to be, it's No Man's Sky. And that alone almost had me buy that game. They say there's so much to it, and it's literally like a different game than the game that they released. Let me see how much it is. Just for kids. Well, Cap, you tell me what you want to play, and I'm gonna look for something. Even though I'm looking at like one player game, I'm still we'll play something when you come up with something. When you figure out what we want to play, or and no rush, man. You know, I don't want you to think like if you're doing something or you have an idea, you have to stop what you're doing. I don't want you to think that.
Introducing No Man's Sky.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see. Did I add it to my cart? Oh, it's added now. I mean, it's pretty cheap. Might pick it up. Here, let me see something. Well, what are you thinking?
Version 6.2. A new gravity gun allows players to uncover and salvage hazardous waste. Featuring new flatbeds, trucks, and haulers. Clean up the planet alone or join a salvage crew with friends. Carefully haul valuable salvage and dangerous waste across the planet with an array of new vehicle types. Explore dangerous worlds and salvage wrecks. Choose from flatbeds, incinerators, tank tracks, and spider legs. More will follow. Our journey continues.
I'm taking. So it's one of those games where you can build up everything, but it takes a long time to get to that point. Like you need to like acquiring all the
Welcome to No
resources
Man's
to
Sky
get to
Breach.
like you saw that base at the very
Featuring
end.
a new salvage expedition
Takes time.
across the galaxy. With exciting new ship parts to discover. Salvage
This
parts
gu-
from
this game does
drifting
look dope,
space
though, man.
wrecks. Built heavy ship types with new vertical parts. Including new building parts inspired by the Atlas.
See what else we got.
Our journey continues.
We got Mio. You know, it's weird because, like, I'm always telling myself I'm waiting for a game to release, and, like nothing seems to have released that's caught my eye. You know what I'm saying? Um, this is Mio. Well, you guys know. I mean, I will play these type of games, but these type of games normally don't. You know. I'm gonna tell Jen one more time. I'll talk to her later. I don't know what the hell that was. It's like I get a notification. It has the word. It has allow or deny to the right of your message. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna allow it. But if it happens again, I'll ban you for life. All right, so Sean, what do we? What looks good to you, bro? Well, you two, chap. Does any of this stuff look good? Dude, what's up with all the, like, all the sets games? I don't want. How do I hide those? There's a way to hide those. Hold on, I gotta find out how to do that. Is it settings? Yeah, there's a way to hide these games, and I forget how to do it. Oh. Okay, right here. Wait. There we go. Come on, man. Then Cecile's gonna be like, "What's up with that, Sean? You trying to make up for something?" Are you guys watching together, right? You guys watch a video game together? Bet, hey Cecile, what you doing tonight? She'd be like, nothing. You'd be like, I got a new game. Oh yeah, what game is that? It's called Bordello. That's cool. Is it 1 or 2 players? It's a battle royale. Kenny and Tony are gonna play too. Right? That what you wanted to say? It's a battle royale. Kenny and Tony playing too. We got too many swords. We got too many swords and not enough portals. Right? That's wild, bro. If Jen keeps testing me, I'm gonna tell her she's in the doghouse, and she's gonna have to be. I'm gonna force her to watch me play. I'll be like, "You're in the doghouse, hon, so you gotta watch me play this sex game. You gotta watch me play Bordello." All right. Let's see what we got. Without minus the adult stuff. Sorry. I'm like off focus. All right. So top sellers, or well, yeah, top sellers. All right, so we got. There's no way. I never understood how a game like this makes it to number 1.
Was coming out of his butt, you know, I don't know.
What seems to be going on with the little guy?
Yeah.
What was that last
He's
one?
taken a shotgun to the face a couple times.
What seems to be going on with the little guy?
Yeah, I think my cat's sick. Yeah, he's got a broken neck. He has horrible IBS. His mouth and one of his ears are missing. His soul was removed by a Kandarian demon.
What was that last
He's
one?
taken a shotgun to the face a couple times.
What?
He's got rabies, I'm pretty sure, and he's made a deal with the devil. He was stabbed repeatedly in the neck, chest, face, and hair. He's incredibly dehydrated. He has depression. Who doesn't nowadays, right? He appears to have a conjoined twin. He has a gambling addiction. He was probed by aliens. He was mauled by a large headless beast. His tail appears to be growing a head. He has ADHD. He got into a fight with a dog.
Mugenics, coming to Steam February 10th, 2026.
Bro, what the hell?
Well, taking cat, rubbing on a cat, then that cat gets all fat. Not too sure what's up with that. Mugenics. Then that but the one with the gut, little bit of cat comes out of his butt, not too cute. You know what? Eugenics. Eugenics is a game that we all love to play. Just collect the good ones, throw the rest away, I understand how hard it sounds, judge me if you may. Cat's just the future, boy. Science is the way, Well, take a cat, rub it on a cat, then
That ain't bad. I wouldn't mind playing that. I know my girlfriend, her son used to love playing that game on my phone, on her phone. What is this? And how did I never hear about this? And why is there so much sex in this game? Bro, I just filtered out. There's no way this isn't adult. The fact that this game is not adult only is
What
crazy.
seems to be going on with the little guy?
Yeah, I think my cat's sick.
Oh my god. Build the ultimate cat army through tactical breeding and send them into deep, challenging turn-based adventures. Draft abilities, collect items. Nope. $27. $33 if you want the soundtrack. What would really be funny is I wonder what games they've made before. But yeah, how did I never hear about this game? So, Counter-Strike, Marvel Rivals, Helldivers. I don't have Helldivers. Arc Raiders. You seen this game? Oh, yeah. Game looks pretty sick. I'm not a huge fan of these types of games usually, but I always thought about if I find one that catches my interest, I might try it out. This is the same. They also did the game called Little Nightmares. I'm sure you've heard of that game, Little Nightmares. I've heard of it and I've seen it before, but I don't think I've ever played it. Then you got Dark Souls, Dead by Daylight, Fallout, Elder Scrolls. All right. So nothing really looks good to buy. Let's see something we already have. I mean, none of these really stand out, really. I mean, Marathon's not out yet. Ghost of Yode. I tried. Oh, that's Tsushima. Think that Ghost of Yode is not out yet on PC. I don't think. Maybe it is. Starfield. I thought about jumping into Helldivers. That game. You seen this game? It's a sequel.
Babe, what's wrong?
I'm sorry.
You probably seen the original game that came out.
So
It's
What's wrong?
I'm sorry. I've just been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Humanzaprine.
I think I might play Starfield. I wanted to play. A lot of people didn't like it, but I think I would like it because it's simple. You know, sometimes games that are too complex, I think they look good on the surface, but I think when I get into them, they just it's a lot of games. Maybe I'll pick up Starfield.
Yeah, humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
Kind of a weird game. Let's put that in the where's Starfield at? We'll put Starfield in the cart. We'll pick one, or I'll play something that I already have. I'm not definitely gonna buy one, but I kind of want to see what else is out there. Yeah, you're right. They did just have that update. Where's Starfield? I just saw it on here. Yeah, I might close my eyes. Like, part of me is tired, but part of me's not, you know? So I'm gonna power through, do my best to do that. Hunter Call of the Wild is $1.99. So anybody who I have that game, I highly recommend it. Only $1.99 for it. Resident Evil 2 is only $10. I've never played the Resident Evil games, really. But I hear they're pretty good. I think they got 9, or was it 8 or 9 coming out? And they're remaking 4, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right, where? Sorry, guys, if I seem a little tired, man. Not trying to make no excuses. I just want to be upfront with you guys. I don't know why I'm being tired a little bit. But is that why people like them?
We have received a distress call of
No, well,
unknown origin.
there's 9. Or there's going to be 9, right? Because 9 is the one that... What, 8 was Village, right? But I know 9 is the one coming out this year, and Jen, she pre-ordered it for her son. But I don't know if it's only console when it first releases and then it comes to PC. Because I would think that would be like the top pre-order if it was on PC. Unless it's on PC and they don't do pre-orders. I don't know. But I would think that would be like the number 1 top seller if it was a pre-order. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to, like... Cap, I don't want you to be upset with me, bro. I am going to play, so I might have to get another energy drink or whatever, but I am going to play because I'm excited to be here. I want you guys to hang out with me. I think I'm just tired because it's a mixture of... Like, I think, honestly, part of it is just feeling so overwhelmed. Like, literally the last 2 days, I haven't slept at all just because I'm so excited about working, doing what I'm doing. Because for the last 8.5 years, the job I've been doing is basically... Sorry. Damn, I just keep closing my eyes, but it's like, I'm not what you... It's not what you think, because it's like I think part of it is because I haven't been working lately. I haven't been going out and spending a ton of money. So like I spend my money basically on food. So Sean, I might take your recommendation, bro. I've never bought a Resident Evil game. So what's the newest Resident Evil? Hold on. So yeah, it just released February. Oh, it's not out yet. February 27th. This one right here. Oh no, that's all the DLC. What the hell? So these are the lists. Okay, so this says Just to complicate things further, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis technically takes place before and after the second game. It's pretty much half and half, though. So you could stop at the midway point of 3. So how many have you played, Sean? Have you played them all? Because obviously this isn't all of them, but this is the main ones. And I believe this is in order. So what is... So is Code Veronica and the Dark Side Chronicles... Are those like offshoots of 3, or are those their own game? So you played 0 and 1, or just 1 and 2? I didn't know there was a Resident Evil 0. That's crazy. It's not like they don't even have them all up here. Resident Evil Gaiden, do they? Why does that say 7? Oh. I remember watching someone play, and I remember one thing I didn't like about it is it seems like they never had enough ammo. It seems like they always had like 5 bullets. Then they get like 5 more bullets. So you played... What's this? So the Origins collection. Sorry, I'm like, keep closing my eyes. Don't mean to. Be patient with me, please. So what's the Origins collection mean? Or if you can't be bothered to do that, we'd say it's safe to just play 3 after 2. Also note that the recent remakes of Resident Evil 2 and 3 do change some elements of those games, expanding some segments as well as adding new ideas. You can play the originals or the remakes depending on your interest in retro gaming, or try both if you want to see absolutely everything. Bro, dude, I didn't realize they had so many. All right. Poppy Playtime. Alright, I'm gonna try to get some energy, and if I'm still tired, we're gonna have to... I know you guys are probably gonna hate me, but this game's only $7? Oh, it's a detective game. Or how much is it? $6.99. No problem, Cap. Cap, don't be mad at me, bro, if I can't keep my eyes open. But I'm doing everything I can. I'm gonna even drink another energy drink, bro, because I want to play. I want to hang out with you guys. Well, it's like, it's weird because I'm not. It sounds like I'm tired, but I'm not. It's almost like I think it's just from being bored, not doing anything. Because I haven't been working the last 6 weeks, I've been basically doing nothing. I mean, I do some stuff, but like literally doing nothing. And because I don't have any kids and stuff, it's just like, because, like, for instance, and I'm not making excuses, but what I would do is, like, the last couple nights, I'd go to bed. One night I went to bed at 3 in the morning, the next, like, 12 or 1 in the morning. But I literally would start waking up off and on at like 5:30, and I wouldn't stop. I would eventually wake up at 9, and I'm tired as hell, but because it's the morning, I want to get up because I don't want to sleep until like 1 or 2. But even when it was like 8 in the morning, I couldn't go back to sleep. I'd sleep, and then I did, like, it's just constantly we waking up, and I'm just thinking it has to do something with. I'm thinking it has to do something with my excitement with my new job. See, I'm like closing my eyes. I just don't want Cap to be mad at me, man, because I know I want to play. I want to play with him, but I don't. I know he'll be upset. Because I respect you guys. Well, I'm gonna drink the energy drink because I want to play anyways. Like, the last 2 days, I have been not tired, but I'm pretty tired. So one day I went to bed at 3 in the morning, the next 12, but I just could not stay asleep. It was weird. I think I'm literally, like, I think the excitement of my job is just keeping me up. Or it's, like, I'm getting sleep. Well, that too. I think I'm getting sleep, but it's like it's only allowing me to sleep exactly what I need. So what it's doing is it's making me be tired on a normal schedule. So like if I wake up at 4 or if I wake up at 7 and sleep, it's like the schedule it has me set up for is for me to go to bed at 11, you know? Because what was happening, like, for instance, the 2 weeks I was at Walmart, what I would do is I would get off on Monday at 5:30 or 4 o'clock, whatever. I'd stay up all day, and then I would end up going to bed at, like, 4 in the morning. And so what would end up happening is I would wake up at, like, 6 in the evening. And so on my days off, it was literally like, that was it. Like, go to bed. Basically, I was sleeping when I would be working. And so I would do that on Friday. And then what would end up and I would obviously try to wake up on, like, because I was tired, but I would try to wake up Friday at like 1. So then I could go to sleep at 10 at night to wake up at 3:30. It was weird. Because what ends up happening is even though I get off work and I'm tired, And I think this plays a role into it. And I think this explains how I feel right now. Physically, I'm drained. I'm tired. Like, wore the fuck out. But the issue becomes is mentally, I'm not. Mentally, I'm like the opposite. And you may think, well, why is that? Well, part of it's probably some energy drink, whatever, but a lot of it is the excitement to be off. It was like I had that. I would have it at Dollar General, not as bad, maybe because I was a little more established there and was a little more comfortable. But this is also the stress of the new job. But yeah. So see, and obviously I'm drawing a blank. So let me. Will you guys just give me a minute and see how I feel? Because I think I might instead of drinking an energy drink, I might just call it a night and just try to lay down. If you guys are cool with that. No problem, chap. Sean, if you guys... Do you mind if we just... All three of us... Well, Kenny's going, but me and Sean... Sean, do you mind if me and you just chill here for like a couple minutes and I just kind of decide what I want to do? Because part of me wants to try to play because I want to game. I really do. I want to be up, but another part of me is thinking, you know what? Maybe I should just get something to eat and go to bed. Yeah, I think you're right, man. I don't want you guys to think, man, I got all excited for you guys to hang out, man, and then all of a sudden it's like, man, fuck this guy. He just decided we get excited to come hang out and he's too tired to play. I don't want you guys to think that, man. But I am kind of tired. Like, the only reason I don't want to do the energy drink thing is I don't want that to backfire. And in 4 hours, I'm really tired. And that energy drink might make it impossible for me to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you guys are cool with that, man. Okay, well, I don't want you to think that I'm, I told you what happened, the series of events, and I'm so happy I shared it with you, bro. I just don't want you to think like I take it lightly that we're all hanging out, and initially I wanted the game, but then it's just like sometimes between my anxiety and my stress and my sleep schedule and see, I'm closing my eyes and dealing with all this. I just get so tired. All right, yeah, I'm just sorry. I'm just starting my eyes. All right, Zyphon. All right, Zyphon. All right, Sean. If you guys see Cap, well, the stream will be ended. But if you guys message him or you see him somewhere or on Discord or whatever, just let him know. I know he went to go take care of his daughter. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night, get something to eat, and go lay down so I can get some sleep. Because I really don't want to, as much as I want to hang out with you guys, I really don't want to go to bed at like 5 in the morning and have some crazy sleep schedule for the next 3 days. All right, y'all. Yeah, I'm getting tired. I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Love you guys. Have a good one, Zyphon. We'll catch up later. Sean, Kenny, see y'all later. Tell Cecilia I said hi and bye. And y'all have a good one. God, I didn't realize it's 11 o'clock. Peace.